The door was in a terrible state, but the lock was brand new. Someone was obviously still using this place. The door was locked. I couldn't force it. I couldn't open the door. It was locked. It was an advertising billboard. It looked long enough to reach across to the other side of the alley, and that was where I had to go. The base of the billboard was attached by metal clips. I had loosened the clips, but the billboard didn't budge. The billboard was attached to the scaffolding with a thin piece of string. It wouldn't take much to pull it loose. It was a gamble, but my options were limited. Success! I was risking death with every step, but so what? I felt like I was under a death sentence already. God, that was close. I was trapped on the theater side with no way back. There was somebody coming. I had to hide. The popcorn stand was my only option.
I shall miss Paris, my dear. It has been charming, has it not?
I shall never forget it.
But the city is becoming unstable, and we have no need of this space.
When will we leave?
Soon. My plans are working out perfectly.
Of course.
Yao!
It seems that we have a visitor.
Is this the right place for the audition? You again!
Aha, so this is the girl. Petra, my dear, you must introduce us.
Nico Collard? Senor Suzaro.
We have never met, and yet our lives have crossed.
For the worst.
In your case, that will certainly be true. Flap!
So, Bruno and I came to Paris. It was the first time I'd been back since the last time. I was on the trail of Cesaro and the Dragon Power. We waited till it got dark. Then Bruno led me through the back streets to the place he suspected. I waited while he checked the readings on his mysterious device.
My calculations indicate that this is the place.
Behind that wall? Are you sure?
My machine tells me it is there, and I have no reason to doubt it.
Okay. Well, let's get inside and take a look.
No, I am not going in there. I said I would bring you here, and that is what I have done. I am not going in there.
Bruno, you're just being paranoid.
No, it is only paranoia when they are not out to get you.
Okay, Bruno, you stay here. It was a large recycling dumpster. I wondered what sort of things the French recycled. The lid had been propped open. The window was latched inside. One of the panes was smashed, leaving a gaping hole. Suddenly, I was very scared of what lay ahead. Aha! The window opened easily. I found myself in a book repository. It was a light switch. Nothing happened. I could see very little in the dark. I needed more light. I hoped to find something useful, but I was out of luck. Either the door was stuck, or it was just locked. Books on cryptozoology, care and feeding. Imagine keeping a yeti as a pet. Think of the hairballs. Yuck. Books on conspiracy theory. On the shelf below, the label read, Conspiracy Practice. A small metal filing cabinet. The labels on the drawers indicated that they were for storing the bills and paperwork. The drawers wouldn't open. They were securely locked. Books on relationships. Looking for love in the strangest places. I made a mental note to stay away from bookshops for the rest of my life. Books on cryptozoology, care and feeding. Books on sex. Nobody ever accused George Stobart of being scared to learn new tricks. The Kama Sutra. Of course, people had more joints in those days. Sex, a one-man mission. Well, only if you can't find a woman. Problems in the sack. Ah, I see. That should be in the vegetable section. Books on sex. Books on the occult and the paranormal. Sacrifice Made Easy. 101 Ways to Kill a Goat. The perfect Christmas gift. This was a strange section. Secret doors and tunnels, construction and maintenance. There was a little plaque on the top of the shelf. These books kindly donated by the governor of Alcatraz. Books on the occult and the paranormal. It was a light switch. The room was just a storeroom. Deep scratches had scarred the floor. A trap door was set flush into the floor. A ladder led down into a well-lit passage. It looked like Bruno could be right. Was some kind of ancient boiler. It was like something from a horror movie. I half expected to hear screams coming from inside. That door wasn't going to open. Hey, they got a show. It was some kind of a rehearsal. As a one-time director of the Idaho Players, I was no stranger to the thespian arts.
Where is it? We must have the location.
I tell you, I don't know.
Ah!
Let me do this properly. I know I can break her.
As you wish, Petra.
I'm not scared of you, you bunch of thugs.
Bravo! Ooh!
Senior Cicero, sir. Sorry to bother you.
Yes, what is it now?
We got a little problem downstairs.
Do be precise, Flap. What kind of a problem?
An intruder problem. A guy's getting killed problem.
Ah, just as I was getting comfortable.
Cesaro! This was no rehearsal. And the girl giving the Oscar performance was my old friend Nico.
This is very tiresome. You will stay here, Miss Collard. Don't try anything.
Some hope. What do you think I'm going to do? Ask the audience for help?
Flap, you watch her like a hawk.
Like a hawk, Senior Cicero.
The name is Cesaro. Senor Cesaro. Do try and make an effort, Flap, or I shall have to kill you too.
Whoa! The gangways were dangerous. They'd fallen away in places. It was a long way down. The rope held up the lighting rig. The lighting rig lowered part of the way, but then jammed fast. Hanging from the rigging was a sandbag, which acted as a counterweight. I knew this would get his attention. Gotcha now. Well, well, well. Nicole Collard, tied to a chair, needing to be rescued. Again.
George! Don't just stand there. Untie me.
You know, this is becoming a habit. Maybe you should seek help. Okay, okay.
Come on. Hurry.
Jeez, these knots are tight. Aha! Got it. Seriously, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. And it is good to see you. Your timing's perfect.
It always was.
So, how's Idaho, George?
Same as ever. It's a great vacation state. You ought to visit sometime.
Got any friends who'd put me up?
I could put a word in for you.
You're a real sport. Why the sudden interest in theater?
I'm on the trail of a guy who killed one of my clients. A man called Cesaro.
That's the maniac who captured me.
I know. I was watching from the stalls. Thought you were pretty good, by the way.
Thanks. I wasn't looking forward to the next scene, though.
Yeah. Those guys, they got their own special twist on the word corpse.
So tell me about Cesaro.
Cesaro connects back to the Neo-Templars.
Surprise, surprise. That explains idiot guy over there.
So why are you here?
The blonde. She killed the guy I was due to interview. Tracking her down brought me here.
We're working on the same case. Now that's amazing.
Only if you believe in coincidence. Do you?
No.
Me neither. Come on, George. We can't sit around here all day.
It was one heck of a shot, but I guess the cleaners wouldn't be too pleased. Nice to see someone else with a headache for a change. I knew the guy all right. He used to work for the Grand Master. Flap, they called him. Last time I'd seen him, he was falling from an express train in Scotland. Just too butt-ugly to die, I guess. Flap believed in traveling light, just his IQ and his gun. Me, I just put faith in the old IQ. Flap had nothing I wanted, least of all fashion sense. It was an old stage light burning brightly. Ah! Damn, that's hot! What an incredibly dumbass thing to do. There was no point in coming all this way for nothing. I had to know why this place was so important. The panel controlled the sound. The panel controlled the sound. It was a panel to control the sound for the theater. Popcorn buckets lay strewn across the counter and floor. Normally, I was prepared to kill for popcorn, but this didn't look too appetizing. I didn't want to take one with me. It looked like a disposable cup. It had been crushed. Wow, it was a classic cash register. I remember these from when I was a kid buying candy. Maybe there was some cash still inside. Well, the drawer was jammed, so I guess not. It was some kind of old drinks maker. The kind where you had to mix the syrup and the soda yourself. Just two flavors, lemonade and cola. Damn, just my luck, no soda. Dust and Weevils, my favorite theater snack. It was locked and wouldn't open. I couldn't open it because it was locked. A beautifully painted cloth backdrop. It was a perfect market scene. Fruit stalls and bric-a-brac stalls. A dark but very colorful alley scene. Scenic artist. Now that was a nice career. Why hadn't I thought of that? I'd found a box of theatrical grease paints. The sight transported me back to another day in Paris, a peaceful cafe, and a clown. And boy, did I hate clowns. I stuck my hand into the box and grabbed a stick. Bestheimer's number 7, white. What a lucky guess. Nico,
Yes, George?
I wonder if you could help me out.
It depends on what you want.
I already had a stick of grease paint. It was just a wig mannequin. The drawers in the dresser were empty. They looked as if they'd been emptied years ago. Some kind of play script, in French. This wasn't the time to stop and read. Tucked under the counter was a safe. There was no dust on it. It was still in use. The rotting floor had begun to buckle under the weight. Damn! The safe was locked, but on reflection, that was hardly a surprise. The old wooden door matched the building. Wah! Stay away from me! I mean it! What the hell's up with this guy? Don't come in here! Stay away! Ah!
Somebody has put the fear of God into him.
Somebody or something. And you know what? He's safe in there, and the thing is out here. The crazed guard had barricaded himself behind the door. I wondered if I should investigate. Then again, maybe not. That door wasn't going to open. It was the fuse box for the theater. It looked very old and very dangerous. It looked like a couple of the fuses had blown. There was only one fuse remaining. The support strut was wedged between the floor and the ceiling. It was holding up the floor of the room above. I guessed the strut was supporting the safe in the room above. The strut wouldn't budge. The friction from the floor was too great. A very old ladder. Judging by the woodworm, a very dangerous one, too. Trying to use that thing would be suicidal. Locked. Maybe from the other side? Nico?
Yes, George?
So, Nico, you still a reporter?
Not according to my editor.
Well, what happened? You get fired?
No, I quit first.
So, why did the blonde kill the guy you were interviewing?
He was trying to contact me. Said he had information about all this weird meteorological stuff going on. Said the world was going to end.
Take a look at this, Nico. I found it under the stage. Face paints.
Well done, George. Shall I paint your face like a tiger, or maybe even a cute little bear?
Some other time, I think, Nico. Do you want this grease paint, Nico?
No thanks, George. I already carry my own makeup. You keep it.
The safe back there has recently been used, and it's locked.
If it's important enough for Cesaro to keep in a safe.
Exactly. I think the support strut is holding up the safe from underneath.
Well, it was sagging through the floorboards.
Maybe there's more than one way to crack a safe. I think the support strut is holding up the safe from underneath.
Well, it was sagging through the floorboards.
Maybe there's more than one way to crack a safe.
Oh my God, George! Look at this!
Is that really necessary?
His chest has been just burned away.
I've seen dead bodies before, but this guy's a real award winner.
Ugh!
Ooh, looks like he had chicken for lunch.
Whatever could have caused this, George?
You've never eaten in an English restaurant?
Seriously.
I don't know. I'm a lawyer, not a pathologist. The body had been badly mutilated. Ugh. I can't believe I'm gonna do this. As I searched his pockets, I could swear he was watching me, but someone else had beaten me to it. All I found was an empty card holder. It looked like a card reader, but without buttons or a keypad. I wondered why it had been installed. It was Harry's bottle opener. With a hair grip and some foil from a chewing gum wrapper, I could have knocked together a rudimentary device to fuse the lock. Or I could find the card that opened the door. The stage light was hot enough to melt the paint. As the grease paint melted, the smell was terrible, but at least it worked. The grease paint had been melted by the heat of the light. The grease paint had been melted by the heat of the light. Either the door was stuck, or it was just locked. Nope, not that way. I hoped the melted grease paint would work as a lubricant. Even with the added grease, I still couldn't shift it on my own. Hey, Nico, can you give me a hand here for a second?
Of course, George. What do you want me to do?
Help me pull this strut away from the ceiling.
That's pretty dangerous, George.
Just trust me, okay?
Very well. Oh, God!
That's one way to crack a safe.
You didn't say you were trying to crack my skull, too.
Just the usual slight miscalculation. You know me, Nico.
You wouldn't be you without it.
Nico seemed to be upset that I'd nearly killed her. Ah, but heck, look on the bright side. The safe had sprung open when it hit the floor. There were two things inside, a key card and some kind of amazing artifact. It had been hewn from stone. Strange crystals were embedded within it. My God! Nico, look at this!
What is it?
Whatever it is, Cesaro must think it's important. The safe had opened on impact with the floor. There was nothing left inside the safe. The support strut now lay across the floor. Looks like it strutted its stuff for the last time. Hey, Nico, an elevator.
We've a choice of down or down.
You know, I've missed you.
I've missed you too.
Well, that's settled then. Shall we go? Pressing the button would take us back up to the theater. Look at this, Nico.
What is it, George?
It's some sort of symbol carved into the stone. They must have found it when they excavated this tunnel.
It looks like forked lightning. I wonder what it means.
Beats me. It was beautifully carved. It'd look great in my apartment. The stone looked heavy. I certainly wasn't going to pick it up. My God! Bruno was right.
Oh, George, it's beautiful. Who could have built something like this?
More to the point, what's it for?
There's a bridge out to the center.
Let's go see.
George, look at that.
It's some kind of column of energy.
Dragon power?
Look inside.
Looks like a stone of some sort.
Wow. Held in place for thousands of years. Whoa! What the hell? Nico, did you see that?
I did, George, but I don't believe it.
Bizarre.
It likes you, George.
At first glance, it looked like a column of plasma. But when I looked closer, it seemed that there was something trapped inside. The surface looked dangerous.
George, what just happened? It was solid a moment ago.
I don't know. It's weird.
What did you take?
Just looks like a flat slab of rock with some kind of symbol like an omega on it.
So what's a slab of rock doing inside a column of strange power? And why couldn't I get it?
Beats me. Charisma?
Watch it, fella.
The stone had an omega symbol on its surface. The oddly shaped artifact was encrusted with blue crystals.
What the heck was that?
What's going on? Those guys are terrified. It's only one man. Why are they running?
George, quickly. Someone is coming up in the elevator.
Oh no, it's Cesaro.
Got his girlfriend too.
Nico, we don't have time to get past the elevator. Find somewhere to hide.
What is he doing here? How did he get past all the guards?
The men are weak. They don't understand what is at stake.
Wait here a moment. We shall see what happens next. Petra! There they are! Kill them!
Quick, George, this way.
Not fast enough, Blondie.
Damn you!
George, I'll hold the doors to stop the elevator going back down. See if you can find another way of keeping the doors open.
I knew Harry wouldn't mind me using his bottle opener like this. Okay, Nico, you can let go.
Good thinking, George.
Stay back, Nico. They put guys at the top of the stairs.
Great. Now what are we gonna do?
Attack them and knock them unconscious?
Get real, George.
Yeah, you're right. Let's just find a way to get past them. A huge pile of counterweights for the trap door. If I hadn't given up going to the gym, I would have been able to lift them all.
George, where are you going? We have to get out of here.
Trust me, Nico, this way is safer. And I've got a friend waiting outside.